Hello, team. Welcome to another weekly sales meeting. We're looking forward to today's meeting. We have a great lineup. Lyndsey Johnson, Jay Boone is going to be joining us. So we got a lot of content to cover, but I'm going to get started and talk about 3 action items I want everybody to take as takeaways for today. These are 3 easy things to incorporate in our day-to-day, 3 basic fundamentals that I can tell you that a lot of people aren't doing that will win you business, and something that I've been doing for a very, very long time. So number 1, and to me the most important one, is asking for referrals throughout every single interaction that you have, both related to each transaction that you're managing. So the buyer's agent, if you're talking to the listing agent, which we should be, talking to the title agent, talking to our borrower, every interaction, not like, hey, I'm going to wait till it closes and then I'm going to ask for a referral. Every interaction. Hey, just a reminder, just want to let you know, if you know anybody that's looking to buy a home, if you have any, if it comes up in conversation, please share our information. The way that we're able to offer you these amazing rates and these low costs is we don't spend all this money on advertisements like some of these big retail companies and MSAs. We focus on providing great service, and the service creates another customer. So, keep us in mind. The more times you ask for a referral, the more likely you are to get a referral. It's an easy one. Some people have too much pride and ego. They feel weird about doing it. It's like, don't. This is your business. Like, ask for a referral. Believe me when I tell you, you're going to get rewarded. And a lot of times what you'll find is like the simple ask is all that it takes to start a conversation. Like, oh yeah, my coworker mentioned that they're looking to get pre-approved. Like, boom, that's a conversation. So asking for a referral in every interaction. Now, that's within the transaction, but also your accountant, people are just did their tax filings. Ask your accountant, ask your attorney, ask your doctor. Like, put yourself out there. That's the way business works, is clients creating new clients. Number 2, and this is an equally important one, and this is one that we have to leave our comfort zone with, because I understand that a lot of people don't do this, which is contacting 5 new real estate agents or referral partners. So it could be a divorce attorney, could be somebody that's an influencer in your community, but 5 different people that you're currently not sourcing business from, to establish a relationship and to start developing a relationship to do business together. And this is a easy one, but at the same time, nobody does it. So like, to me, it's 5 new contacts. I do it every single day. Matter of fact, I do a lot more than 5, but I do it every single day. How are you going to grow your business if you're only depending upon the same people that were referring you business yesterday? The only way to grow is to continually grow the number of sources that are referring you business. So 5 a day, 25 a week. Over the course of a 52-week year, you're talking about 1,300 real estate agents or referral sources that you've reached out to. Just do the math on that. If you convert at 10%, that's 130 agents that if they sent you 1 deal a year, you're doing 130 deals. Like, it takes no time to send that text message. It takes no time to reach out, have that phone call. Like, that's the name of the game. So it's a numbers game. It's an easy one to do practically. It's a mentally tough one because people don't like dealing with failure. Hey, they don't want to deal with somebody saying they already have a loan officer. They don't want to deal with somebody, rejecting them. So this is the game, guys. Like, this is the time to stand out. Like, there has never been a better time to stand out. If you follow Housing Wire last week, Logan, their head, economist, pointed out that like inventory right now is well below its all-time lowest levels. You know what that tells me? Less transactions, there's less players in the game. There's less activity. The ability to be that person that's calling that real estate agent who's doing less business right now and feeling a little, vulnerable, feeling a little bit like they need to do something to spark their business. Believe me when I tell you, when you're that person that says, hey, just reaching out, I'm looking to grow my business, and they're going to sit there and say, what? I need to grow my business too. I have less buyers. I have less opportunities. I got to do what this person's doing. Like, now you got a relationship. Now they're admiring what you're doing versus you thinking it's a negative thing. So contacting 5 a day, 25 a week. Again, 5 new people. Don't call the agent you already know. Call 5 new ones. You got to call the agent you already know, because that's what, maintaining your relationships, but call 5 new ones. The third one, and this is a big one, is leaving your comfort zone, doing a presentation, facilitating a presentation 1 time per week. And to me, this is putting in the effort to leave your comfort zone completely. So we've got a lot of presentations on the UMortgage Marketing Hub, going on there and identify one, pick out the VA one, pick out one that you're uncomfortable with. You have to go through the pain of being uncomfortable to get good at it. You do it 3-4 times, all of a sudden you're going to be an expert. All of a sudden you're going to be great at facilitating that experience, but it's going to be uncomfortable the first time. Believe me, it's worth it. The only way you can get good is you got to go through the pain of not being good. So those are my 3 call to actions for the week to get started. Next thing I want to talk about is a conventional 1% down payment program. So last week this came out. What do we see? Whole bunch of, everybody really happy about the 1% down program. And then, you got all these other people that don't have the program that are coming out saying, well, it's only at 200,000. You can only do $200,000 loan amounts. It's only a small part of the market. Well, that may be true. But here's really what this is. And it's important that we understand the game. We have to understand customer acquisition. We have to understand attraction. At the end of the day, if you have something, 1% down payment, that's going to attract an audience. That's going to attract eyeballs. There's a lot of people that are saving up for their down payment. All of a sudden they see 1% down and they're sitting there saying, like, let me reach out to that loan officer. And whether they fit in the box or not, it starts a conversation. It might turn out they're a veteran. It might turn out that, they qualify for FHA. It might turn out that they need 20% down payment. It's all about sparking the interest. And by the way, there's a lot of real estate agents that are looking to get more buyers in the market. They got people that are saving up for their down payment. So it's about attraction. So don't listen to the noise. Don't worry about, the size of the credit box or any of that stuff. Focus on the opportunity to attract and differentiate. It's a differentiator. Other people don't have it. That's why they're going to talk negatively about it. But this program is all about bringing more buyers and more agents into your sphere and helping you grow your business. So focus on the positive, focus on using this as a tool to build your audience. Next thing I want to talk about, obviously last week we made a big announcement, some changes that we made within our operations ranks. I really want to kind of go over the get better every day mindset. And this is a big one. If you are okay with where you're at and you're going to be complacent, you are going to be left behind in this market. You're going to be left behind, not just the mortgage market today, what's going on, but long-term, artificial intelligence, all the things that are coming. They're coming for the easy jobs. They're coming for the order takers. They're coming for the people that do the bare minimum. The bottom half of the market is going to go away and it's going to be eliminated by technology. You have to be focused on getting better. So it's not about having a great experience. It's about having the greatest experience ever. That's what our standard is. We don't want to just be the best. We want to be the greatest ever, the best ever to do what we do. That goes for client experience. That goes for marketing. That goes for recruiting. That goes for team member experience. That goes for client experience. Like this is the way we think. So the more and more people sit there and say, oh, we're doing great, 13 days. Well, that's what the rest of the mortgage industry thinks. They think Encompass is great. That's why 90% of the mortgage companies out there using Encompass. Like, think about that. Encompass, you can't even use it on your phone. Like, that's ridiculous. But the standard is so low because of complacency. We're not settling. You're not settling. If you're doing 3 deals a month, yes, it might pay the bills, but doing 5 is better. Doing 5 deals a month, doing 10 is better. It's always better to serve more people, to help more consumers get into homes. It's not about the commissions. It's not about the workload. It's about efficiency. It's about effectiveness. And it's about serving our communities and helping people become homeowners. So understand, get better every day is a mindset that doesn't have a finish line. A lot of people have a goal. Hey, I want to get to 50 million, 100 million. Like, that has an end line. That has a finish line. Get better every day is an evolution. It's part of a lifetime achievement of just consistently focusing on the next task, the next inch, the next opportunity to get better. That's the way we think about things. That's the way we do it at UMortgage. So I'm going to hand it off and I'll be back shortly.
Hey y'all, Taylor here from the NXT office in Dallas, Texas, and I'm here to talk to you about social media. So I post on social media at least once a day, whether it's an actual post or on my stories. And that's just really, it's a combination of things. Number one, I just have fun with it more than anything. And then I like to pepper in a few things about mortgages here and there to stay relevant and to let people know what it is that I do. But I think it's important to balance both my personal posts and business posts so that people know that I'm a human and not just a person that's doing transactions all the time. I feel like whenever you're only posting about mortgages, it becomes redundant and people stop engaging at that point. But what I like to do is I take pictures of everything wherever I go and post later. So for example, I might go on a trip or go to one of my kids' soccer games or go to a really great presentation, even if it's business related, and I'll just take pictures while I'm there for content to use later. And then I can think about my post and then really put thought into it rather than just posting randomly. So that's kind of how I stay relevant as far as keeping it a mixture of personal and business. I also like to post a still from my life, and that can be anything. It can be my kids, it can be my house, projects that I'm working on. It could be a book that I just finished and that I think is really impactful, and that could be business, but that's something that I personally love very much. So that to me, that's a very personal post. And then every other, I like to post about mortgages. So I'll do a reel with like literally you can just read guidelines to people and they think you're a genius. So I started doing videos just doing that. I would like go in, read guidelines on reserves, and then just post that. And I got a ton of traction just because I was posting hacks, contract hacks, things like that, that just people, they're in our guidelines, but they don't know about. So that's kind of what I do to keep it a good balance between personal and business. And it makes me more relatable to people that I meet either for the first time that I've randomly friend requested, or people who I've already met, but they feel like they get to know me more. And to be honest, I really just thought it was my grandma that watched everything because she comments on all my stories and all my videos. But the more people I reach out to, like in real life, and just reconnect with over the last year or so since I started doing it, it's incredible to me the amount of people that know me and feel like they know me really well because of what I post, even though I'm actually very introverted. I'm by myself. I'm a single mom of 3 kids. So it's just the kids and I by ourselves most of the time, but it's great that like I can run into old friends and they're like, oh my gosh, you're in mortgages, right? I have a question about this, or to get random texts from people I haven't heard from in years. So I think it's important to stay relevant, and it's the same with referral partners, especially whenever you're just putting on or putting out there good information that's educational. The point of social media is not to get leads. The point of social media is to build a brand and to make people aware of what you do and how well you do it. So I would like to encourage all the loan officers, especially within UMortgage, to utilize the marketing team's platform to have content specifically on the mortgage side. The graphics are amazing and they're customizable if you use them in Canva. And also they'll add copy. So you can either post it as a post or record it as a video. And either way, they have really great, robust information that they're posting and have available to all of us to use every day.
Hey guys, it's Koller with the Utah branch. I wanted to talk about our event that we had with our grand opening last week. It was a hit. We had over 350 plus people. We stopped counting at that point. It looked like it was a little bit more, but it was just an amazing event that we wanted to celebrate with people in our community, people that we work with. It really was something awesome. Now, it did take a lot of work, but the biggest theme I think that this helped us with to be able to create just an amazing event was teamwork. So everyone on the team was very helpful. What we did, we divided and conquered in certain areas, and we decided first, what's kind of the main theme that we want for this event? And we thought, you know what? It's going to be families. The families around us that we do loans for. So we wanted to make sure that we wanted to work with a ton of the real estate agents that send us business because we appreciate them because we have mutual clients. We also wanted to bring people from UMortgage that support us on a daily basis, and they could bring their families as well. And then lastly, we wanted to invite all our existing and previous clients that we ever closed loans with. So this was a company-wide or branch-wide party that we had for families. So not only was it just my clientele, it was Jimmy's, it was Adam's, it was Jared's, it was everyone's clientele that we reached out to. So we texted, we called, we sent out emails, we also posted a ton on Facebook, on social media. And then after we, decided to, who are we going to send these, who are the type of people we wanted to send for this type of event, we decided, what are we going to have at the event? So that was the next thing. We divided and conquered. Everyone else had their own role, how to help us. Vicky helped a ton. Andrea helped a ton. Everyone, I could call out everyone in that list. There was so many people that helped a ton in that event. And we decided, you know what? Family events. What can get the family out where they don't have to find a babysitter? Bring their kids. So we had face painting, we had a bounce house, we had a photo shoot area that was really cool, this photo booth. We had, what else is there? We had a balloon artist, we had cotton candy, we had cheesecake, we had a food truck for the parents. We had a cash grab machine that was really amazing. What we would do is we put all this fake cash in there, but there are real $1 bills. But you're just a kid, right? So if I have 10 to 15 real dollar bills in there and you come out with 10, 15 bucks, as a 7, 8-year-old kid, you're gonna be through the roof to get that money. So it was really fun to have all these things, centered around the families, because families that really help us drive our business out here in our branch. So it's really important to make sure that you have in-person events so you can connect with people in your community. We were able to connect with so many different families that have used us, or have used the real estate agents that have used us in the past. It's just been a really good event to be able to connect with everyone. So I think the biggest thing is you want to have a game plan when you have these events. You want to do it as a team too. If you have a team, it's the best thing to do it together. If you don't have a team and you're a solo LO in this company, well, guess what? You're the best company in the world. You're at UMortgage. So we are your team, so we can give you the game plan and the footprint of how to do this. So I'm going to actually be doing that in our weekly or daily sales huddle today. So if you guys want to get on, hop on. I'll give you all my secrets of how we did this. We absolutely crushed this event. And then our follow-up afterwards was we had a raffle. So people won a ton of gift cards, or they won a Nintendo Switch. And then the people that obviously didn't win on the raffle, we gave them thank you cards and said, thank you so much. We're going to have another event here shortly. And I think I'm going to have it in December. And that clown, that was amazing. He was this balloon clown guy. He's also a Santa, and he's incredible. So it'll be fun to follow up with him on that. But guys, in-person events where it's at. We do classes here for our office, and we do fun events here for our office. We try to do that either weekly or monthly. So reach out today to my branch if you have any questions, because in-person events is the way to go.
Hey everyone, Jay from Texas, and today I'm going to talk to you about local community Facebook groups. I got the idea a few years ago that I wanted to start a Facebook community group in my area that focused on businesses and local families and just being a valuable resource to the community. And so when it started to grow, it was a little shocking, to be honest with you, because who am I and why is this group special and everything? But people were really starting to love it and to join because they saw it as a valuable source. And here was the rules that I started with in the group. As y'all know, in the news and social media in general, it's pretty easy to be divisive. You're on this side, you're on this side. I like blue. No, I like red. No, we're not doing any of that in the group. The group's all about providing value. And so no politics, no religion, none of those lightning topics in the group. But if you want to come recommend a restaurant, if you're looking for a handyman or whatever you're looking for, we want you in this group. So it's grown and grown and grown. And over the last few years, I think we're coming up on 19,000 members in the group. And it is extremely valuable. The community reaches out to me, businesses reach out to me and let me know that, hey, I've made a decent income just off the referrals in this local community group. And that is awesome. And for me, of course, I would love to talk to homeowners about mortgages or real estate or whatever it is. But it also puts me kind of in the center, and to steal Breon's kind of saying, the digital mayor of the city. I can connect people, whether they're looking for my service or looking for something else. I can help connect them and get them to where they want to go and be a valuable resource. And so my call to action to you is get out there and do it. I'm not the creator of a local Facebook group, right? There's thousands of them out there, but don't let that stop you. If you truly think that yours is going to be different and bring value, then go out there and make it. And I promise you, you'll have fun.
Hey everyone, I'm Lyndsey. I'm from our Dallas UMortgage branch, and I'm going to talk to you today about realtor love languages. So what are they? Good communication, how you can help them grow their business, and outstanding customer service. So outstanding customer service, good communication, these are kind of already non-negotiables in our industry. So what I want to highlight is the value that you can bring that other lenders can't bring. It's up to you to communicate that value to your realtor partners. And what they want to know is how you can help them grow their business. So this is what that looks like. 1, free credit pulls. Soft credit pulls, educating your realtor partners about opt-out pre-screen, why a soft credit pull is important up front, how it can help qualify the loan, give you the opportunity to look and see if there's anything early on that you can do or that the client can do to boost their credit score, potentially put them into a better rate bracket, potentially put them into a different loan program. If we're reactionary as lenders, sometimes we don't have the time or the opportunity to make these changes that could materially change whether or not you can move forward with a loan or whether or not a realtor can send them a house. So for example, we have down payment assistance programs. It requires a 620 credit score. What if somebody has a 600, but if they paid off $200 on a credit card, that would boost them to 635. If you know that information early with a soft credit pull, you can overcome those objections and say, hey, this is a program that's going to work for them. These are the things that I need, my client to work on over the months. And now we can start showing them XYZ properties. So utilizing those soft credit pulls and educating not only your realtors on the benefits, but also our borrower clients is so valuable. 2, converting renters to buyers. If you're not using MBS Highway in their rent versus buy analysis, you are definitely missing out. They have this amazing tool that allows you to co-brand it with your realtor partners and put in what they're currently paying in rent, the city that they're in, all of these things, and then put in the information about a potential house that they might want to buy and show them the actual numbers. MBS Highway, a couple clicks, a few enters of information, and you can generate this report. It will exponentially increase your conversion of renters to buyers. If you can convert them, your realtor partners are going to be happy. 3, educating your realtor partners on loan programs that you have available to their client base. If you offer down payment assistance programs and you have a lot of realtors that would benefit from that, put together a flyer, put together a co-branded marketing piece about down payment assistance. If you work with a lot of realtors or a realtor partner who works with investors, educate them on different DSCR programs, what those rates look like, offer to run simulations for them on payments and things like that to see if it will work. If you work with a lot of luxury realtors, put together information about piggyback or jumbo loans, whatever you're offering in your market that's valuable to your realtor partners. That's the communication that you want to give them. If they don't know about a program, if they don't know that you can make those numbers work, they're not going to be able to find clients. Finally, after the transaction closes, and this is a big one that I think is forgotten a lot, tell your realtor partners what you do to keep up with the client after you close the deal with them. So for me, I have a pretty robust CRM system. I keep pretty good notes about what my clients' interest rates were, if they were in an ARM loan, if they were in a 2-1 buy down, etc., with reminders to follow up with them in a year or in 2 years or when rates drop. All of these things. I make notes about the transaction. Hey, they said that they were looking to purchase a new home in 2 to 3 years because they wanted to expand their family or because somebody was finishing, college at that time and then they were, going to want to downsize, et cetera, et cetera. All of those things, I tell my realtor partners up front, hey, I will continue to nurture these clients for us after this deal closes so that when it comes time that they're ready to buy a new home or they're ready to, move up to a bigger home or downsize to a smaller home or they're ready to rent this property out and buy another one or invest in a new one, I'm already there in front of them and I will put them back in front of you because you, realtor partner, are linked to their contact in my CRM system. So those are the main things: soft credit pulls, converting renters to buyers, loan program education, and what you do after the transaction closes.
Thank you, Lyndsey. Great lineup today. Lots of great content. Big focus, create strong communities and relationships, not transactions. But going to get into 2 last things before we wrap up. Number 1, Level Up Sales Coaching is coming here in May. We're very excited about this. We're going to be, exponentially expanding our coaching offering, and really want to make sure that everybody understands why. I had a lot of conversations while I was in Utah last week talking specifically about sales coaching, and this is all about getting better. Some people have this ego that they think like, hey, just because I'm successful, I don't need coaching. And the reality of the situation is everybody needs coaching. I need coaching. Like, there's an opportunity to get better as a business leader, opportunity to get better as a loan officer, opportunity to get better as an experienced facilitator. Like, there's opportunities all over to get better. And this is all about not only having the playbook and the marketing tools and all the resources to be successful, but bringing the accountability and bringing the thought process to you from other LOs. Sam Abazari is talking to 40, 50 LOs a week. So being in a situation where you're getting coaching, not just from Sam, because we're going to be expanding the coaches in the program, but really hearing what other people are doing, making sure that you're making the adjustments on something that's not working. Like I'll have people tell me, well, Anthony, I've been reaching out to agents, not seeing the success. Well, how are you reaching out to them? Because if you're reaching out to them just like everybody else, you're not going to win them over. Like they already have people trying to have coffee meetings and doing, running that playbook, like learning from others. That's what coaching is about. It's about bringing accountability. It's about making adjustments, small adjustments within your day-to-day that help you be more optimized, utilize your time better, maintain balance between work and life, and be better as a professional. So my call to action is, as we start to bring this out in early May, be open-minded, understand it's all about getting better. It's not a big time commitment, but the return on investment here is for the amount of time you're going to invest, the return you're going to get is going to be exponential. Very excited about it. This is a big initiative for the entire organization. Last thing I want to talk about is really just another call to action from what we started out with, the 3 call to actions, which is just one more. Right now, I see people giving up. And I'm not talking about within our organization. I see people just giving up everywhere. When you start a conversation with a loan officer, and last week in Utah, we had a bunch of conversations. I've had a bunch this week. One of the first things you see on their face is, oh, the market, inventory. Like they automatically go to the failure, automatically go to the thing that's holding them back, or they think is holding them back. And my challenge to all of you is understand that there's nothing holding you back. The person that's number 1 in your market today is only number 1 because they've done one more than the number 2 person. They've convinced themselves that they can be number 1 by doing the things they need to do to be number 1. You don't have to work more hours to be the best. You have to be more effective. You have to make the most of your time. You have to eliminate all the distractions, and you have to understand that in order to be number 1, you have to go out of your comfort zone. That means doing social, like Taylor said. That means hosting, events like Kyle said. That means doing the things that matter every single day. So we started with call 5 agents a day, 1,300 a year over the course of 52 weeks. I want you to think about, what's your one more on a daily basis? What's the one more that you can do? It could be calling your processor and telling them they did a great job. That's a good one more. By the way, their experience is your experience. It's your client on the other end of the situation. So it's a team effort. That's one more that can help somebody get better. What is your one more? Identify whatever it is and do one more. And then challenge yourself on a daily basis. Do I need to leave right now, or can I get one more call in? Can I send one more positive message? Can I help one more borrower? Can I, reach out to one past client that I know was at a higher rate 6 months ago that we might be able to refi in 3 months, and just let them know I'm monitoring rates for you. Like one more in everything we do leads to the success, leads to the numbers, and leads to the growth. So have a great rest of the day, and talk to you guys soon.